Okay, we're on our group Facebook, and people asking about testimonies. Does it work? Accelerate fuel tabs. So look, the screen's kind of smaller here because I'm the admin of the Facebook, so there's no need to have all the other stuff on the side to confuse everybody. So I'm just trying to show what you would see. So we're on Save on Fuel and Start Surfing Live, and you invite your friend, right? If they're your friend on Facebook, you can invite them. Click on Invite. And bring them in and put them in here, and then you tell them go to guides, and the very first guide is testimonials. So now people are just starting to get their tabs. It's brand spanking new. So let's have a look. Yes, you don't have all this, but I'm the admin. But here we go. So a 2018 Freightliner, that's a good one to start with, right? Heavy truck, Kevin Boyd. This is the truck he drives here. He sent a picture in. Here's his fuel. He topped up 150 gallons, $864. Holy cow. Okay, what's he say? He worked up from 9.6 on the last, up to 9.6 miles per gallon. Yeah, these guys don't get that great mileage. But what was he doing? His lifetime was 7.1. Let's do a little math. 2.5 miles per gallon. 2.5 miles per gallon. He put in 150 gallon. That's an extra 300 and what's he got? 320, 30 miles he's getting out of his truck. 320, 30 extra miles for the same amount of money. It's absolutely sold on the way my motor sounded, the dramatic impact on my fuel savings. No, not a prescription drug, and these are side effects. These are good. So look, he says, I know simple math, and saving for me is a profit to the bank. You know, here's money going into the bank. Not sure of the percentage, but I'm way beyond excited. And actually, I didn't have to add more DEF. So that's a big saving. What's DEF? That's where we have the truck drivers, diesel trucks are 10 years or newer. They have to add, in Australia, it's called code blue, in color blue, sorry, in North America, DEF. That's for emissions. And it's very expensive. But because you're getting such better efficiency, the trigger on the truck, which will shut the engine off if it doesn't sense DEF, well, what happens? It doesn't shut it off because the emissions are low. Here's his fuel tanks, by the way, right along here. So, it says, this is why I tested it the way, okay, he talks about the two reasons, right? But check it out, man. An extra 300 miles, 300 plus miles for the same amount of money. Saving. Let's go down my Pathfinder. I was driving the Pathfinder 19.7, now 28.7 miles per gallon. Savings, okay, 2020, 3/4 ton, 6-liter gas, 6.4 liter, right? Guy driving a 3/4 ton, 2020 Dodge Ram, big gas motor. 18.3 miles per gallon is normally the low, 15 to 16 range. And what's he getting? 18.3. So he's gone up from 15 to 16 to 18.3. Pretty good, right? 2 miles, 2 to 3 miles per gallon. A truck this size is running 40 gallons. I used to sell 3/4 ton Fords. 40 gallons times 2 is 80 extra miles. Do the math, okay? Simple. All of these are running around. Okay, Denali. Heather. Big bucks, Heather. Big Denali. She's probably going to get 4 miles per gallon better. That's 4 miles each gallon. She's running a 30-gallon tank. So 3 4s is 120 miles extra on a tank of gas. Simple, right? Just makes sense. Results on the first tab in my Yukon XL Denali. And she's showing here what it was. Okay, let's have a look. Let's make this bigger. So we're at 8 average is 18.7. And and the best was 24.8. Now the second tab, see the average is higher. It's at 20.5 because it's moved up 2 miles per gallon average. On the second tab, still getting great, 24.8. Better. Let's go back here. Let's keep scrolling down. All right. Here we go. Kit's husband. It could tell you.
And a gearhead.
He'd be telling you it's not a gearhead. But here, let's this is Porsche Cayenne, folks. Right? A V8 Porsche Cayenne. 11 miles to the gallon. Up to 14.5. This is not 141 miles per gallon. 14.5. Sorry, he types a little odd. So 11 miles per gallon to 14.5 miles per gallon. That's a 30% increase on the first tab. Then they did, and if you heard Kit on the Zoom call we did, she talked about This was climbing from where they live in the upper class Colorado up the mountain, right? Very steep climb. And second one, 14 miles to the gallon, right? Where they're at to 17, another 25% increase. Super good. She put another post out with her MX-5. Kit drives a Beamer, husband drives a Porsche. Wonder how they get along in their evening discussions. What else do we got? Alan is, okay, yeah, Alan, rental car. Doesn't matter. If you're driving a rental car, guess what? You drove 50 miles further once you put the tab in. No, you're driving a rental car, you're still paying for the gas. That doesn't matter. 30% better, 8 miles per gallon better. Okay, this guy, Chi Nguyen, a friend of mine, Chi lives in San Francisco. Chi is a surgeon. She's a surgeon in San Francisco, a doctor. And he did the math on his car, and a 30% increase, that's 30% more money in your pocket. Just makes sense. You're starting to get the picture? All right? Yeah, up here, golly, Jerry's talking about he's got an Infiniti G25X. You know what that is? High-class car. So, what's he saying? I'm putting regular fuel. You know, we could put the fuel tank. It's hard because most of these guys are filming on
You just dropped it in.
They put it, you hire an Infiniti, he's usually, you watch, and he says, I'm going to put 87 regular instead of 93. What does that mean? That means he's saving anywhere from 50 to 60 cents per gallon on a 30-gallon car. Do the math, 5 threes, $16 a fill-up. Just makes sense. Mike Avery, down up there in Wisconsin, from 16 miles to a gallon to 20.6, just on his printout here. I guess he didn't tell us which car. Okay, Jesse runs a big gravel trucking business. He's got 500 trucks. Let's have a look here. Let's see if we can make this picture bigger. He did 2 trucks, truck number 399 and truck number 319. One using the tabs, one not using the tabs, same trucks. Both doing exactly the same run side by side with the same load, right? Delivering to a customer. So, truck number 399 using the tab, it used 360 gallons. 360 gallons for the trip. Cost $1,738 in fuel. Truck number 319 without the tab used 403 gallons for the trip. Spent $1,945 on fuel. So he saved 42 gallons, which was $207 on one trip, and he's got 500 trucks. Let's do a little bit of math there. 500 trucks times $200, 5 twos is 10, 10,000, that's $100,000 savings on the same trip per truck. And they're going to do, how many times they're going to do and plus he got an extra 202 miles on DEF before he had to put any more in because of why? The sensors. So just do the math. This guy could be he's saving nearly, if he puts all 500 trucks on there, $750,000. Just makes sense. See, just makes sense. Just makes sense. Have no idea how long we are. 8 minutes. Let's keep going. Do a few more. Mike Hagan from 14 miles a gallon to 17.6 miles a gallon. His big block Chevy V8 3/4 ton truck. And then on the second tab, so he did 3.5 miles to the gallon better. Second tab, another 3 miles to the gallon better. Just makes sense, right? That's 20% increase. Does it make sense? All right. This one was Dave, my personal sponsor. Dave is he runs trade shows for a living. So he runs a van loaded to the gills, man. He loads this big commuter van up. On the first tablet, 20.2 liters per 100 kilometers. Next tablet, 18 liters per 100 kilometers. I'm going to go over here to you U.S. folks who don't know math. Third tablet, 16.5 liters. Then he's up to 14.8 per 100 kilometers. Getting better, better, better. So for you guys in the U.S., he went from 11.25 miles per gallon to 15.8 miles per gallon. Just makes sense. All right, so let's, it just makes sense. You see what's going on here, right? Let's see if we can listen to this old boy.
I just love coming here now. I take my
Loves going to gas
vitamin G.
Vitamin
My
G.
vitamin G is the one with the X on it. There's only one like this, you know.
Only one like this,
And I
you
just
know.
pop that baby right in there.
Pump that baby right in
Kind of
there.
push it down in the slot.
I not the only guy with a big
There
belly.
we go.
There we go.
That's good. All right, I just
There
pulled
you
up to the
go.
fuel.
Okay, just makes sense. 10 minutes. And many, many, many more to come. So save this clip. Someone asked, does it work? Share it. That was a pretty good cross-section of vehicles.